you may or may not be aware that Demetrius Andrade will not be flying out to Germany this weekend to take on Jack Culcay. I've seen some people claim that Andrade has pulled out of the fight because he don't want to fight in Germany, but that does not concur with the information that I've been able to ascertain on this situation, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. As far as I can see, the reason why the fight is not taking place is because the two parties could not come to an agreement prior to the deadline. And the deadline was set by the broadcaster, which was due to air the fight, Sat1. And because of that, Sauerland, who are the promoters of the event, decided to scrap the fight between Andrade and Culcay several weeks ago. Subsequently, Andrade's people did send a signed contract to Team Sauerland and said, we're ready to go. And in fact, Andrade's people were acting as though the fight was going to happen right up until just a few days ago. But Sauerland have turned around and said, what are you talking about? We scrapped the fight ages ago because we couldn't come to an agreement. There's no point sending us a signed contract now. It's past the deadline. So the reality is this fight was scrapped several weeks ago, not recently. Now, why this has happened, who knows? Maybe it was a case of Team Andrade trying to call the Sauerland's bluff, hoping to hold out for more money or whatever it is that they wanted. And maybe that backfired. They didn't get what they want and they thought, okay, let's just sign the contract, get it out there so we can at least go and get paid. But a little too late, I think. Or definitely. Not in case of me thinking. So that's what the situation is, people. Those who are saying that Andrade pulled out because he don't want to fight in Germany, I mean, maybe he's said in some interview, I'm not privy to this. I'm just speculating here. Maybe you can leave links in the description below to videos or articles which back up these claims that Andrade didn't want to fight in Germany. Perhaps he said this. Maybe he didn't. But the fact is, his team were acting as though the fight was going to go ahead up until very recently. And they did send a signed contract to Sauerland. And it was it's Team Sauerland, Culcay's people that scrapped the fight ages ago. Yeah, they scrapped it weeks ago. So again, I've left a link in the description below for you to go read for yourselves. I always give sources like 99.9% of the time for any of the information that I get. So it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I have to say that when this fight was first announced, most people were not particularly excited for it. I remember speaking to a couple of people from Germany and they were like, Culcay's rubbish. Like Andrade's going to play with him. And these were people from Germany that I spoke to. And they weren't excited for the fight. I've never actually, from what I can remember, I don't think I've seen Culcay fight. If I have, he certainly didn't stick in my memory. I obviously watch, hundreds of fights a year? Probably. I mean, I cover so many fights, I couldn't even do the math on that right now, but it's certainly a hell of a lot of fights. And if I have seen Culcay fight, he certainly doesn't stand out in my memory. So maybe not many people care about it. Maybe some of you do. Maybe it's a case of getting Andrade back into the world picture, into title contention that you care about, and therefore fighting a Culcay is paramount. I don't believe Andrade has a version of the title, does he? I know Culcay was a WBA regular champion. Was Andrade actually some type of WBA? Sorry, Culcay was a WBA, or Culcay is the WBA mandatory challenger for the regular belt. See, the WBA is so damn convoluted with their regular, super, interim, and all this stuff that here I am just scrambling my own brains, trying to get the words out because it's so ridiculous. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, from what I can remember, Andrade is not the WBA regular champion, is he? Or is he? Maybe he is. Maybe I'm showing my ignorance here because of this ridiculous, convoluted situation with the WBA. Anyway, let me know what you think about everything I talked about in this video. If you can make heads or tails of it, then please, by all means, drop your opinions below. All right? It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.